What's up, all my Ewoks, Trolls, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as the Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about the one and only, the bestest ever, Avar Kriss, who is one of the bestest ever characters from Star Wars The High Republic. Now, they've been releasing these little animatics, and I did a video about this a few days ago where I talked about the other character, Vernestra, and they released her animatic. So for those of you that don't know what an animatic is, it's just basically a moving storyboard in a sense, where it's not an animation. It's just still images that they give, you know, slight little movements to tell a story. This is very common when you're pitching an animated, you know, idea or, you know, short story, or it's something that you have to do in college when you're an animation student, and you'll see animatics when you're watching the making of stuff. So they're doing that for all of these High Republic characters because at least that's what I think they're doing. They've only done it for 2 so far, but they're really trying to push the High Republic, and I don't personally think it's going anywhere, just from, you know, they say, oh, it's a New York Times bestseller, but then it's like, who's buying it? I went to Target and they were already on sale, and there was plenty of them, so I don't really know who's buying this to make them bestsellers, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know where they're getting these numbers, but they did one for Vernestra, and now they did one for Avar Kriss. Now, one of the things that's been the big plot in the High Republic is that there's some kind of event that happened. And you know, we did research on this back when it was first in the Inklings, before they announced any of the characters or any of the concept art. And basically what was leaked was that it was going to be authors trying to explain the Holdo maneuver that was introduced in The Last Jedi, because accidents in hyperspace, you know, Rian Johnson just created this big plot hole within the Star Wars universe, so they had to attempt to fix that in some way in the novelization. So we got the High Republic. And in this little animatic of Avar Kriss, I thought Avar sounded better, but I guess her name is Avar. It's like, okay, Avon calling, but it's not Avon, it's Avar calling. And this animatic and the art in this one is significantly better than the one for Vernestra. You know, if you look at just looking at the quality, it's like, wow, this person, you can tell, I mean, I like the art that they did for her hair and her face. They should have had the same person doing all of them, but I guess not. Or if they had the same person doing all of them, because there is no credit for the artist here. You cannot find it. Nice going, Disney. But, you know, it goes through and it kind of describes how she's different. She can hear, she sees the Force in music. So that's why in the comic that I did a dramatic reading of, she says, I can no longer hear his song. So she sees the Force through music. I wonder if she can play an instrument, or if she's a good singer, if that'll come in or not. So it goes in to saying, hey, it goes into saying that there was an I'm just going to mute it and play it. So there was an accident in hyperspace that came into contact with this planet and caused catastrophe. And the one and only Avar is the bestest ever, and she came to save this planet, and the Jedi are saving this planet from this hyperspace accident. So I guess this big event that the entire High Republic is based off of is basically a car crash in outer space, or a spaceship crash in outer space onto this planet. And that apparently causes some catastrophe, and then they talk about how there's pirates and stuff, and how it's just the Jedi expanding out into the reaches of the galaxy. And I'm like, there's nothing about this that is new. And that's one of the things that George when he talked about it, it's like, you guys didn't do anything new. He introduced something new in every single Star Wars movie he did. And it's like, okay, so you have Jedi going off and exploring and helping, you know, those in need throughout the galaxy. That's been done before. Did you watch the prequels? I know this is set only, you know, what, 200-300 years before The Phantom Menace. But I mean, I would think that there would be more things going on. Or, I mean, if you're going to do something like this, actually introduce something new aside from a hyperspace crash. And if you really want to get down into the nitty-gritty of it, I mean, did you watch Revenge of the Sith when, you know, they're coming out of hyperspace and they have to crash land on Coruscant? But, I mean, that's just me. I don't necessarily think this is, something to base an entire book series off of. And I mean, a Jedi that feels the Force through music, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily make that a human character. I would invent some kind of new alien species that, you know, perceive things and, you know, perceive sound through songs, kind of like what they did with Star Trek and the whales, you know, whale songs. They have a Trekkie working on the Star Wars novelizations that, you know, remember when they did, oh, you know, may the Force be with you, and she threw up the live long and prosper. I mean, I would think a Trekkie would bring that into the description, or to the discussion, and say, why don't we just have aliens that perceive all sounds through songs? And so it was kind of a, you know, a transition for them to speak to other species, because everything that they perceive is, or at least through sound, is through, you know, a type of music. That would be something new, a new alien species, a new way to interact with other characters, and a new challenge for characters and that character to interact with others. That's something new. That's something interesting. That's playing on something that you already know exists in real life. So us as human beings, we can make the connections and say, okay, that kind of makes sense. We've seen it before in Star Trek, but instead of doing it with whales, you would do it with an alien, a humanoid alien. And there you go. That would be something interesting as compared to, you know, a blonde hair, brown-eyed human that, you know, that everyone says is, you know, basically based off of Brie Larson. So, I don't know. I mean, they made it sound like it was this big thing, and it's like, it's just a car crash in outer space. And this is what you're basing your whole book series off of. Very, very underwhelming. I was expecting more, but I mean, this is what it is. So everyone, I just wanted to let you all know, I saw this last night and I was like, really, this is what you're doing? And I couldn't be bothered, you know, to really care too much about this. I mean, come on. You're working on Star Wars. You have the opportunity to do something different, something that the world has never seen. You can make literally the coolest fucking shit, and this is what you choose. But, I mean, I don't even know why I expect more from Star Wars anymore. But anyways, everyone, I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. If you haven't already, take a minute, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. And until next time, everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and I have an Etsy store, so if you've ever wanted to own a print of my artwork, this is the place to go. As you can see, I have a lot of recognizable characters, from horror films to heroes to Star Wars characters. Some of the notable characters I have on here are Darth Vader, which I did a couple live streams painting, so you can own a print of this painting. I also have Luke Skywalker, the binary sunset version, one of my favorite scenes in the original New Hope movie. I have Darth Maul, which Ray Parks himself actually complimented me on Instagram. And then last but certainly not least, Ahsoka Tano. So if you want to own any of these prints, go right on over to my Etsy store. Again, that's The Art of Anna, That Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.